Wealth isn't just about what you have in your bank account. It's who you can call on when you feel like life is falling apart. I had a moment recently where I was this close to spiraling. In fact, you could even say I was at the tip of the spiral. I was already probably spiraling. I just hadn't slipped too deep. And one call with a friend got me right together. Wow, I could breathe again. I got air in my lungs. I could breathe from my diaphragm. Like all I had to do was stop crashing out for 2 seconds, and wow, look at life, peachy and rosy. And it doesn't mean like the reality of your situation just magically melts into the sky. It just means that now you are the type of human who can deal with the chaos, despite whatever that chaos may be. It's about reclaiming your peace. And peace is a hell of a thing to waste in a climate like this. What's good, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Ash, and welcome to another episode of Uncharted Wellness. Now, I know I've literally never given this series a title ever, but I kind of figured let's make this like a weekly TV show that you tune into. You need that reel? Come on in. Come over to this side. Sit down and let's unpack. You ever feel like life just hits the chaos button for fun? One minute you're cruising and the next it's like, oh, you thought you had it together? Cute. Real cute. I've been feeling that lately, and it has me reflecting on some lessons that I know I can always count on to get me through the chaos when life gets a little bit too overwhelming. Now, spoiler alert, they're simple, but I promise they're effective. And yes, you probably have heard it before, but sometimes it really counts on when we hear things for it to actually digest, because you can hear things a million times, but that million and one time, it's like, oof. That is different today. Okay. So let's get into it, because we could all use a little bit more perspective and a little bit of a mindset shift to help navigate through the rest of this year. So grab a snack, grab a bev. For me, I got my tea. I got me some chamomile mint. It's calming with the chamomile, but energizing from the mint. It's a juicy combo. I love it. Sometimes I like to add milk to it, but I find that makes me a little bit too relaxed and sleepy. So for y'all, I gotta keep that energy up. Okay, baby? You already know. First things first, it's okay to pause. Let me say that again. It's okay. It's not just okay, it is necessary at times to pause. When life starts feeling like a chaotic group chat where everybody's chatting at the same time, yeah, that's how I know it's time to hit the pause. It's time to take a beat, take a beat. Recently, I gave myself permission to just stop. No guilt, no overthinking. I allow myself to just spend the whole day doing nothing. Just sitting around, breathing, and a little bit of doom scrolling, a little bit of binge watching, but literally just being and just existing, okay? Like any human has the right to do. And here's what I realized. Rest isn't just about the simple act of recharging our bodies, recharging our mind. It's about reclaiming your peace. And peace is a hell of a thing to waste in a climate like this. The way I like to think about it is when you hit pause, you're basically telling the world, I'll deal with you later. And that is so much more powerful than you could ever imagine. To just be like, world, I know you're going to keep spinning anyway, but I'm telling you that I do not care. I will get back to you when I get back to you. BRB, DND, okay? Do not call me. Do not text me. Leave me alone. And it's okay to start small. In fact, it's better to start small. Just start by taking a breather. If you have 5 minutes or hell, even 5 seconds, just pause, take a breath, lay down, stare at the ceiling, and just be. It's basically like letting your brain buffer, almost like giving your soul a Wi-Fi reset. And once you pause and come out of that pause, you'll have so much clarity, so much insight, so much more connection to yourself, what you want, what you need, what your next step should be. And it's just like, wow. All I had to do was stop crashing out for 2 seconds, and wow, look at life, peachy and rosy. And it doesn't mean like the reality of your situation just magically melts into the sky. It just means that now you are the type of human who can deal with the chaos, despite whatever that chaos may be. Second lesson is money is not the only form of wealth. Let me say that again. Money is not the only form of wealth, baby girl. Okay, let me tell you, let's talk about it. Now, this may be a hot take, but wealth isn't just about what you have in your bank account. It isn't just a numbers game. It's who you can call on when you feel like life is falling apart, or when you finally get to take that seat after a long day, pop that bra off and just nothing like it, truly. Lately, I've been leaning into the kind of wealth that doesn't fit on the spreadsheet. My people, my community, my support system, my ride or dies. Honestly, my tribe is my family, whether we are blood related or not. We locked in for life. You can never get rid of me. Okay, so glad you love me and accept me exactly as I am. I had a moment recently where I was this close to spiraling. In fact, you could even say I was at the tip of the spiral. I was already probably spiraling. I just hadn't slipped too deep. And one call with a friend got me right together. She actually took me to church, like had me whip out my Bible, and we went through bar for bar based on how I was feeling. And she was like, girl, I'm not getting off this phone until you're feeling better. And me, I'm just like, okay, okay, okay. Super checked out, right? But I appreciate her for knowing me and not taking any of that personal and just being like, my girl is going through it. So I'm not going to match her energy. I'm going to give her the energy that she needs to refill her cup. And Carla, baby, if you're watching, lay you down, sis. That kind of support is priceless, truly priceless. Like there is no amount of money, no way to truly like give that value. It's just, mm, eat it up. Give me 10 of them. Now, if your support system feels more like a ghost town, don't be afraid to build it. Reach out, reconnect with people, and if all else fails, drop a comment, okay? Because whether it's me or somebody else, you will find the community and the support that you need. You never know who you can meet in the comment section of social media, okay? Because people be locked in for real. And while everybody don't got good intentions and while people do be catfishing, you know, you got to put yourself out there. You'll never find the love and the support you need if you're too afraid to put yourself out there. It is what it is. You have to be open to heartbreak in order to be open to love. That's just what it comes with. You can't only be open to the good and not the bad. Like you have to be open to both and just hope for the best. But you know, equip yourself to always deal with the worst. Now, this third lesson might be a bit controversial, but in my opinion, it's better to cry than to hold it in. Cry it out, girlie. Cry it out. I'm sick and tired of crying getting a bad rap. People act like tears are a sign of weakness, and it's like, whoa, hold on. Can you even cry? Can you even cry? You're calling me weak for crying. Do you even have access to your tear ducts? Okay? Worry about yourself. Worry about your own tears. Don't worry about mine. Get up all out of my business. Thank you. I like to think of crying as an emotional detox. Think about crying like clearing out your inbox. A little bit messy, a little bit chaotic, a little bit overwhelming. But once it's done, you feel so much better, so much lighter, so much clearer. And you just wonder, damn, why don't I do this more? Why don't I do this more? When is the last time I've done this? Actually, check in with yourself. When is the last time you cried? Maybe today. And that's good for you. Bravo. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of you. But if it's been a while, we listen and we don't judge. This is a judgment-free zone. So, but if you haven't cried in a while, do you need to? And mind you, crying doesn't always just have to be a boo-hoo sad thing. Like sometimes crying is the most joyous thing you can do, but having access to that ability is so powerful. I remember a day not too long ago where I was boo-hoo ugly crying. I mean, you would have thought I was auditioning for a soap opera, a Spanish soap opera at that. And when I say the other day, I mean last Friday. It's Tuesday, so not very long ago. And actually, I cried Saturday too. So, you know, we listen and we don't judge, right? Right, King. But you know what? Every time I cry, when I'm done, I feel so much better. It's like there's a pit in your throat, a knot in your chest. It's just tightness. And then once you cry, it's like, wow, I could breathe again. Like I got air in my lungs. I could breathe from my diaphragm. Like it literally, holding back tears can sometimes feel like you're choking. Like you just can't get out whatever needs to come out. And it's not a good or healthy way to feel. Crying is a form of somatic release. And I don't know if any of you guys are into somatic therapy, but we store a lot of tension in our bodies, and crying gives us that ability to access that tension and let it out. Remember, all of these things that I'm talking about right now are something that we always have access to. Pausing, taking a breath, crying, calling a friend, leaning on community, leaning into your spirituality. Like these are things that no matter what your resources are looking like, you always have in your toolkit. You just have to remember to utilize it a lot more frequently so that life doesn't seem so overwhelming and unbearable. If you do struggle with crying, because I know I have some friends where crying doesn't come to them as easily as it comes to me. Some of my favorite things to do when I feel like I need to cry and can't is putting on a movie that I know is gonna make me cry. Love Jones, Loving Basketball. I love me a good 90s, early 2000s black rom-com or just black love drama. Just like throw it on, water ducks, tear ducts going off. Maybe you play that one song that always gets you in your feels. I don't know who can relate, but when I sing songs, I sing them like I'm going through them. Sometimes there are albums that you can turn to and just like cry it out. Like Sampha, I'm drawing a blank of the album, but yeah, he can get me to just lay there and stare at the ceiling. Whoa. But remember, Beyonce said you only got 24 hours, so you better make the most of it, okay? Make the most of it, because the next day, cut that out. Now, I know I said I cried Friday and Saturday, but I cried Friday, bounced back, and then something else happened. I cried Saturday, and I had to bounce back again. But then Sunday, the Lord's Day, a good day, a good day. I actually went to church virtually while at the gym. I spent 2 hours locked into the gym and locked into church. I was like, wow, when did they install pews at the gym? Like, when did this become an actual sanctuary? I'm here to say, if you need to cry right now, here's a tissue, baby girl. Like, cry it out. Nobody is going to judge you, and you're going to be much happier once you have that release and just allow yourself to do so without feeling shame or weird guilt or weird embarrassment around like, oh, I'm crying, and so that must mean I'm weak. Like, let that perspective go. Crying is a sign of strength. And honestly, if more people in the world could cry, we might have less fucked up people in the world. You know, more empathy would be among us. And is that so bad? I didn't think so. No. You know what also is a good thing that helps me cry? Looking at loving videos of like puppies or babies. I don't know what it is, but just seeing like a puppy or baby be so cute. I might not even be sad, and that will bring tears to my eyes. Tears of joy, but hey, tears are tears. Release is release. You know, it don't matter what it look like. It don't gotta look like what you think it gotta look like. It just gotta feel good. Anyways, thanks for coming to my TED Talk. If any of these lessons hit home, don't forget to like, subscribe for more, and share it with someone who needs a little reminder to pause, take a breath, love on their people, and cry it out. Now, yes, we are at the end of the video, but I do have some homework for you. Don't worry, don't tussle, don't tussle. I promise it's fun and it won't interrupt with any of your TikTok University courses because I know the course load is coursing. Okay, some of y'all got 100 credits signed up for this semester, and that is just crazy, but I support because we all could use a little bit more education and a little bit more community. I'm here for the TikTok University trend. For today's homework, I want you to drop a comment with a lesson you've learned that helps you get through hard times, that keeps you from spiraling, that helps you climb out of a dark place. And I promise to read every comment because I genuinely want to know. I am not a know-it-all. Like I can always learn, I can always gain knowledge and experience from others. So I genuinely would love to hear what you guys are doing to get you through a rough time. Just what your kind of like 911 emergency dial pad is. But also, and like I've said before, you never know who can benefit off your aid in the comments, and you never know when you could benefit off of someone else's, advice or tips or just life experiences. Because like I said, if I've learned lessons the hard way, there's no reason that y'all should also learn lessons the hard way. just listen and lock in. Remember that no matter how heavy things feel, you're not alone. You always have your faith, and hell, if you don't got community, you got me. So drop a comment, hit your girl up in the DMs. I promise though, you're not alone. You just feel like you are. If all else fails, think about it this way. Crying is a form of cardio. So every time you cry, you're basically crushing your 2025 fitness goals like that. So, if you needed more motivation to let it out and cry it out and have a release, let it be that you're trying to get this body tea, okay? You're trying to feel good in your temple. And yeah, if you could just sit down and cry it out and burn some calories, hello, it feels like a win-win to me. So yeah, like I said, thank you again for coming to my TED Talk. I will be here every Wednesday ranting to you like your big sis because I got the advice. But again, I would love to learn from you guys because at the end of the day, I'm just a girl and I'm not perfect. I am messy. I make mistakes. I'm like beautiful chaos. Okay, I'm contradicting as hell. But hey, we need just more authenticity, more transparency, more vulnerability, especially on this digital space, on social media, in content creation. And I'm here to give you the daily dose of all of those things. So if you haven't already, like, subscribe, comment, hit them post notifications, and I'll catch you on the vlog on Sunday. And I'll see you guys next Wednesday for the next set talk. Okay, thank you. Love you. Bye.